My name is Sean Nichols and I'm a volunteer with Alberta Wilderness Association. Today we're here out in the Bighorn Wildland. We are doing some trail monitoring and we are just looking at and investigating the state of the wilderness. There has been an increasing amount of incursion into the wilderness over the last number of years, and we are looking to see what the effect of that human incursion has been, and we're looking to see what happens over time in wilderness areas when you have people using them. People certainly like to come out here for a number of reasons. When we come up the trail, we meet horseback riders, we meet mountain bikers, we meet off-highway vehicle users, sometimes we meet outfitters and other hikers. There are trap lines in the area, so there are a lot of different things that people come out here to do. They all have different effects on the landscape and on the trails and on the river valleys, and we're looking to see what kind of effects those are over time. This area is really important to Alberta, to Albertans. It's the headwaters of the North Saskatchewan River. It's the source of a lot of the water that is used by Albertans and people right across the prairie. It's also just a natural ecosystem. It's habitat for a lot of wild animals, lots of bird species. It's just a really great wilderness forest landscape in Alberta. So when we come out here to monitor, we actually walk along the trails and we observe what is happening with the water, we observe what's happening with the plants, we observe what's happening with the trails with our own eyes, how much damage is occurring from one year to the next. We also have automated sensors that detect the presence of off-highway vehicles and basically anything that's big and metal that comes by. So we determine how much equestrian use it's getting, we determine how much off-highway vehicle use it's getting, what time of year that's happening, snowmobiles as well. So we actually just see how many people are out here using the area. When we come out and we actually physically walk the trails, we have tape measures and all those sorts of good things, and we actually look at erosion. So if we see a trail that has a whole bunch of trenches dug out of it, we say, okay, how deep is this trench? How long is this trench? And we record that every year so we can actually compare from one year to the next. We've certainly found that there has been an increase in use, so there's a lot more use from one year to the next. The one biggest takeaway I would say is that this area gets a lot of water, and that water digs channels out like you wouldn't believe. So when you have a trail that gets heavy use, especially from something like an off-highway vehicle that gives that water a channel to run down, it's only a matter of a year or two before you've got a massive trench there. I think that what we really need to see is not as much use by heavy machines on some of these trails, which is part of what's exacerbating the problem. We'd love to see people here, but we'd love to see people here on foot, and we'd love to see people here who are using this area in a compatible way with the landscapes. We're inviting people to come out. We're inviting people to come out and hike these trails and walk these trails and see what the landscapes actually are out here. We'd love to see people come out and actually take ownership of these kinds of areas and see what is so special about this area. And really, I think to some extent, it's up to individual people to get involved in a way that suits them. If you would like to get involved in some of our monitoring activities, that's great. If you have a project of your own that you'd like to actually get involved with, that's great as well. But I think it all starts from taking ownership yourself of the land. I think it all starts from getting out here, seeing what this landscape has to offer, and deciding for yourself what can you do to help it.